Welcome.
Yerp.
What's goody?
What's good, family? Another
It's your
edition of Monday Night Raw.
We here.
You know what I mean? We in the building.
You dig?
Good boy, Sincere the Rap Snob. Dini the Balance.
Yo.
Voice of the young people and the industry and however many other things he's the voice of. He's the voice of everything, bro.
Yeah. Chatty voice. You know how it goes, son.
Industry, culture.
Chatty boys. You know what I mean?
The young people when they decide to do good music every now and then.
The voice, man. In tune.
You might notice conspicuously missing Jarv, the point guard.
Jarvie.
He's on deck. You know what I mean? He got a couple things going on, but he's on deck. He's gonna join us. He's gonna try to join us in a few.
Late but great.
Come off the bench today. It's a rare occasion, but every now and again, you know what I mean? You gotta have our best shooter come off the bench, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Sometimes that's how you gotta play. Chat, what up? Holla at us, man. What's going on?
Respect you,
yo.
Who's in the building? Who's
at
in the
that
building?
hill, Mike H, you know that's a legend right there.
What's goody, folks?
We got Jay, 50B, Terrence, it's a lot of new names in here right now. What's good, yo?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Good folks.
You know what I mean? New subscribers, new watchers, new followers.
We appreciate everybody. Like Dini said,
everybody.
Man. Yo, hit the like button on the pull up.
As always, you know what I mean? Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe.
Do that.
You see the message on the screen. Don't ever forget that. Also tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, as always, we're trying to grow the brand. We're trying to reach heights that we haven't reached yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you see the rest of the information up on the screen.
Talk about
roundtablemerch.com. Head over there, copy you a nice little trucker. You know what I mean? Dini's sporting it right now.
You feel me?
You know what I mean?
Fly like
hoodies are still getting worked on. Hoodies is on deck. I know y'all seen us rocking a couple hoodies here and there. You know what I mean? Especially that one time we all came with the hoodies except for Jarv. We hit him with the memo.
Equipped.
Hoodie
up.
We had a separate chat.
Salute to the chat though. Hit the like button on the pull up, gang. Appreciate you in advance.
Yo, chat wilding already, but it's good to be here, y'all.
No, we come in peace, man.
Come on, man. Easy.
Knock it off. Knock it off, guys.
Yo, and of
course, you need.
I mean, the Cash App. If you're feeling generous, you just want to bless us with a couple of dollars. We're not gonna complain. We're not gonna be mad at that at all, man.
Appreciate it in advance.
You know what I mean? But let's get to today's topic, unless anybody has anything to share outside of the topic that we're about to get to. Dini,
I was just about to jump in, man, and say, yo, the weekend was all right, man. I played a lot of good music this weekend. I was heavy on that Future Metro still. Fire, like great music, man. Just great vibe music, like just to put you in a good mood. The artist we're about to get into has been a lot of that getting spun. I have to oil the well just in case. You know how you have to remind yourself in that way. I have to recalibrate on a couple more spins.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by remind yourself?
You know how for instance, you would have an option between 5 pizza spots, and you would say, I will put this pizza spot first, and then you go try the pizza spots again. You're like, oh shit, I forgot how this spot was here. You get what I'm saying? So maybe I have to move that spot to more like the 4th spot where they was like the 2 or 3 spot. You get what I'm saying? As current today, maybe I've evolved in my taste. Pause. You get what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I'm going by today.
Copy. Mace, what was the vibes like for you over the weekend?
This weekend, the music vibes. Listen, man, I wasn't really going crazy with nothing new this weekend. You know what I mean? I was actually getting into my little Wayne bag, to be honest. I posted a little bit on Twitter, but I wasn't. Yeah, you seen that?
I skipped it.
The round table ignores my little Wayne post. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on for years, guys.
Just the way it is.
No,
Shout out
man.
to Tupac.
They keep scrolling that one, man. Like fuck that. But yeah, I was rocking with Wayne this weekend. A little Drought 3 action. You know what I mean? Prime Wayne. That's the mood I was in this weekend.
Man,
Salute.
as far as myself, well, I mean, you'll hear me talk about it tomorrow on
LP,
94.
what up?
You know what
That's
I mean?
a fact.
I was spinning that J skis. You know what I mean? I talk about a little bit about it on tomorrow's episode, so I won't spoil that too much.
Yes, sir.
You know, definitely, you know, spinning some Rock Marcy. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Going back to that Future Metro album, man. Again, I'm shocked how much I enjoy some of the joints on there, man.
Talk
But
about
still,
it.
yo, listen, still, what is it, like a week and a half later?
Mm-hmm.
Like that is still
Hitting.
Like that is still.
man.
Still fucking the streets up.
Oh, I seen
Still
that.
fucking everything up.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
LeBron? Y'all seen LeBron?
Yeah.
Fucking up the words still. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean? You look at the mouth movements, it wasn't following the words, but he was rocking with the joint. But
Yo, Braun don't never give no music time, bro. He don't never give it no time to truly memorize this shit, bro. Braun said, this shit sound good. I'm taking off, man. 80 miles an hour. I respect it, though.
Yo, he was on the court. He was spitting as best he could.
Starting early, bro. Like
I'm seeing a lot of good folks in the chat, though, man.
Facts, man.
LP, what up, man? Marcos, what up? Anthony,
Marcos,
Busy
my
B. I'm seeing a lot of good
like
people.
Yo.
Raph, what up?
We're gonna talk about that Drake situation in a little bit as well, but we gotta get to today's main topic.
Yes, sir.
It is April 2024, April 1st. You know what I mean? April 19th of this year makes 30 years of Illmatic. And I feel like we got to celebrate this shit all month, bro. All month. Let's go.
Legend
Let's
shit.
celebrate the greatest album of all time. I said it. I'm putting it on wax once again. You know what I mean? I'm trying. If y'all want to argue with me, y'all can argue with me, but shit.
This ain't
Illmatic is what it is, bro.
Don't argue on the anniversary. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, you see me, I'm just chilling. You see me,
Yeah,
I'm lax. I'm like, I'm gonna let Sin cook. You know what I'm saying? Let that man cook.
It's a celebration.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we about to get into a little Illmatic topic, but let me see what's up with these super chats first, real quick.
Yes, sir.
These supers. What up?
Mad Max, he said, this man Wayne said, I got a brain dead flow vegetable zucchini. He's dead garbage. Yo, Mace, you want to take this?
Yo, salute, Maxie.
Max. Moneybag Max, by the way, because the whole chat is wondering what Max does for a living. How is he able to afford these super chats? Max, listen, they don't know we scammers from NY, man. They don't know the vibe. You know what I mean? I seen Max in the bottle, in the club popping bottles to pop smoke. You heard?
Get into it.
Chill, hold on. I missed the earlier one. He said, I was listening to Wayne Hogue Discog today. I got to say, this guy Wayne is the worst MC I ever heard in my life. Yo, it's
You heard Nick Cannon, bro.
Broken Clock is right twice a day, man. It's not often that I agree with Mad Max, but he is right on point with this one, bro.
Max,
right on
about
point.
to replace me with you on the round table.
I mean, he the brother's making some valid points. He did. Like, I can't argue with greatness. Salute to you, Max.
Salute to Max, man. Mike H with the super chat. Appreciate you guys doing the Lord's work and asking Hit to run it back with the GOAT. You seen that? Yeah. Shouts to Hit Boy on Twitter. He retweeted. He quote tweeted our post about actually shouts to Tony the Dome, because he's the one that really set it off in terms of talking about another run between Hit Boy and Nas. And then we responded to that. We said we are absolutely here for it, 100%. Hit Boy saw our tweet because we tagged him in it, and he quote tweeted and said he might screen cap it, send it to Nas. So you know what I mean? We're in the air, we're in the force, man.
Are we in the group chat? What?
We out there making things happen.
Trying to put some
say it ain't so.
Some pulse on the culture, you know what I'm saying? Trying to really tap into these outlets and make it happen. Salute to y'all for fucking with the vibes.
Keith, the point guard, is attempting to handle all of the point guard things and make it on here as soon as possible. But listen, man, we're not the only ones that need a point guard. You feel me?
You dig?
Exactly.
Handling business.
You know what I mean?
So,
He's going to attempt to make it though.
So if Hidden Nas run it back and make more classics, you know who to thank. You know what I mean? At least one of the people, one of the entities. You know what I mean? Tony the Dome is in there, but we in there too. You know what I mean? For those of you out there asking on in the Twitterverse, yo, like, who are these guys? That's who we are. We make shit happen. We tapped into the culture. We tapped into the vein. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Ski.
But let's get into this little Illmatic talk.
Let's do
it. I don't know. I guess All right. I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit. Jarv is still trying to play point guard. He's on deck. He's behind the scenes. He's trying to join us in a few, but we're just gonna push ahead with the first topic, which is we want to celebrate Illmatic all month long. You know what I mean? So the first topic, represent Illmatic. There we go. Top 5 songs on Illmatic. Let's go.
Let's go.
We gotta talk about this. You know what I mean?
Following the illustrious Rap Roundtable Top 5 series, you know what I mean? We had to give them that on Illmatic. You know what I mean? We not suckers out here. You feel me?
Absolutely. You know what I mean? As I said earlier, 30-year anniversary of Illmatic this month, April 19th. We want to celebrate it. We want to give it its full just due, all the flowers it can get. You know what I mean? Now, Illmatic is, you know what I mean? It's an infamously short album. You know what I mean? So top 5 out of 10 tracks, one of them being an intro. I mean, this might get interesting. Like, which songs off Illmatic would you say are the 5 best songs? I'm gonna throw it to Dini first. Dini, give me your top 5 songs of Illmatic.
Copy. I'll be starting at 5 and going to 1. I have Represent at number 5, produced by DJ Primo. I could break down the list. I just want to give the list first. 4, Life's a Bitch with AZ. Number 3, It Ain't Hard to Tell.
Now, you got any reasons behind your
I'm gonna break them down. I just want to give the 5 first.
Copy.
Number 2, The World Is Yours. And number 1, New York State of Mind. I feel weird that we haven't have to break this down because, like, I mean, I'll give it up, son. It's hip hop's greatest album, no question. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on.
No question.
Hold on.
Okay.
No question?
Okay. Is it not?
Because you questioned it.
Beanie, are you just talking right now?
Nah. All right. You know what it is? There's a habit. There's a habit that goes on where I cook something and it's all of yo. You hate it. I might cook it for reasons outside of me hating it. It might be one thing wrong with it, and I might cook it for that one reason. Is my favorite album Illmatic from Nas? No, it's not. But I still can recognize it is hip hop's greatest album. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not. I have eyes and ears that work, bro. Like they still work, even though my favorite album was written. But that's not the point. Let's run it down. Represent. From the minute it cuts on, man, it's New York. It's such a New York record. You got the hood niggas in the back chanting. Nas starts off the flow crazy. First of all, it's Primo on the beat in '94. Like that alone will set you off something different. Like
that was really the beginning of his prime, '94.
Bro, that's right off the Biggie joint. You know what I'm saying? Doing the Biggie work. So, I mean, represent.
Not to say by any stretch he was whack before '94.
Nah. But this is hell of a way to set the tone. You get what I'm saying? Life's a bitch.
Hard to earn. You had Hard to Earn. You know what I mean? And you had Unbelievable with Big. And
there you go.
Had this work with Nas.
What year was Kicking the Door?
And The Sun Rises in the East. Also crazy. Yo, '94 was a crazy year for people.
What year was Kicking the Door again?
'97. That was for Life After Death.
Way after. Copy.
Yeah.
Life's a Bitch. Shout out to LES. One of the few songs I've ever felt Nas got bested on, you know, but not to say his verse was ass. It wasn't. It was a good verse. It just Nas, not AZ's verse. Just some people just go Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? This was AZ. This is one of AZ's most memorable verses of all time. Like as soon as that shit cuts on, it takes you to a place. And a lot of people aren't as familiar with AZ as they are with Nas. You know what I'm saying? Because Nas is like the Queen's GOAT and shit. But I mean, tap into AZ. Go listen to Do or Die. And you know what I'm saying? This was prime AZ, man.
You talking about language, bro.
I mean, my nigga, he was talking like the everything was perfect. The flow was perfect. The cadence was perfect. The pocket was perfect. It was a perfect verse. Maybe that's why I feel like he just roughed Nas up on that drink because it just was so flawless. You get what I'm saying? It really was a perfect verse. It ain't hard to tell. I mean, not even just off Illmatic, easily a top 5 Nas song like in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't hard to tell. Shout out to Large Pro. Large Pro, can we get that rap round table footage? We was in the building. Can we get that?
Yo, real quick, yes. Let's talk about that real quick. We was in the building with Large Pro shooting the video. This was like
for his born day.
3 years ago, I feel like.
Yeah, salute to Carlos.
Yeah,
for classic material. Invited the gang out to hang out with legendary hip connected. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the gang. To the hip hop royalty and Large Pro. Shot a whole video, but the video never came out. Send us the footage, Large Pro. We just want the video. Bro. Like,
Carlos, if you watching, no, matter of fact, I'm remembering now. I think I spoke to Carlos about that, and I think they might have lost the footage or something.
Oh,
damn!
I don't know.
Wouldn't be the first time it happened to us, guys.
Sad but true. And I rounded off with New York State of Mind. Easily, New York's anthem. You know, prior to that was number 1.
Oh, number 1. My bad. You're going from 5 to 1. Copy.
Yeah. Did I hit the World Is Yours yet? I'm pretty sure. Did I cover the World Is Yours, or did I just jump straight to 1?
You skipped World Is Yours.
The World Is Yours, Pete Rock. As soon as the beat cuts on, man, like when I judged my list today, I really went by the feel. There are classic songs like One Love, you know what I'm saying, Halftime. But the way when these songs cut on, I feel different. You know, and niggas always talk about Genie and the Sonics. It's like, because that's important, you know what I'm saying? When the music hits you, you feel no pain. Like you're supposed to, these records jumped out to me and just like knocked me out. Even from, I was fucking 10 when this shit dropped. You know what I'm saying? I felt the energy, but it wasn't until 96 when I came around and truly understand like what Nas really brings to the table, which was it was written. But I digress. And like I said, number 1, New York State of Mind. Easily hip hop's anthem. Yes, Hov and Alicia Keys had a good run. You know what I'm saying? With Empire State of Mind. But we know what the true number 1 New York anthem is. New York State of Mind. Primo again. More classic legendary shit. And just, I mean, really one of the staples of hip hop. Like if you had to play the top 5 greatest songs in hip hop, this is gonna be one of the songs. You get what I'm saying? Like Nas might be in a Dylon. Nas might be in all 5 spots. You know what I'm saying? If you talk about the greatest joints, but these are the joints from the album that hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the classic records. I'm sure Sin gonna have a lot of different shit other than what I got, but these are the joints that stood out to me. These are Deanie's 5.
Not too different. It's on, you know, again.
I'm shocked. I really am.
Album. You know what I mean?
You said what?
It's a notoriously short album. So
true. True, but I know your energy when it comes to music. You're a soulful brother.
Mace, what you got?
Good list, Dean. Number 5.
Matter of fact, sorry, Mace. Before you start,
do you think?
You know what I mean? We got some super chats.
We can't ignore the audience, guys.
Salute to the gang.
When they, throwing bread. Rafael Rodriguez says, Rap Roundtable Top 5 series is the illest. Keep at it. Salute to you, Rafael.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you. Always happy to see you here, bro.
Mad Max says, Represent is the best song off Illmatic. Straight up ish is real, and any day could be your last in the jungle. I play that 10 times a month. Salute to you, Mad Max. Again, you know what I mean? You and me are clicking right now. LP with the super chat also. Salute to you, LP. Memory Lane second verse is the best off the album. All right, they're giving their takes in the chat right now. Diddy, you didn't have Memory Lane in your list?
No, I didn't.
Hey, yikes!
I feel
They
judgment.
might come. They might come.
Like,
Hey,
I mean, great record, but no.
tell me you got Memory Lane in your list. You got Memory Lane in your list?
And who, me?
Yeah, Mace.
Listen, let me start the list.
All right, let's go.
Start the number 5. I got Represent Like Dean. And Mad Max kind of showed the fact. Represent was my first favorite song off of Illmatic when I was younger. I feel like something about the energy, something about the feel, it gravitates towards young listeners. Whenever I hear like a younger Illmatic fan, Represent is always one of their favorite songs. It gets sampled to me. I mean, Illmatic gets sampled everywhere, right? But I feel like young rappers, I remember Fabulous sampled it back in like 2014. Like younger people, for some reason, they gravitate towards Represent. Just, the chanting chorus, just like Dean said, the hood niggas in the background. Just a classic record, man. Number 4, I have Life's a Bitch. I've never been comfortable necessarily saying either of them bodied each other on that song. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. You know what I mean? You hear, for me, it was always the fact that you hear Nas rapping better on Illmatic. So it's easy to just be like, oh, in this specific song, AZ got him. But it's like, come on, this is 2 A+ verses.
Absolutely.
Legendary back and forth. Might have gave AZ a career. Did AZ have a verse out before this? Nah, right? A verse, career making verse.
I think that was the one.
Career making verse. What can you say about that?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that for a second because I was thinking about this just a couple days ago. That era was the era of you make a little demo tape, or not even a little demo tape. You have one verse or one song that like blows motherfucking socks off. You got a fucking deal. They just sign you right off of that shit. You know what I mean? Today, it's like, oh, show us your metrics. How many likes do you have? How many streams have you gotten? You know what I mean? You got to make like 5 mixtapes before labels even look at you.
Not about the music. That's why.
Yo, bro,
it's about the personality.
Like, AZ came in, dropped that Life's a Bitch verse, deal.
Right.
It was such a different era, bro.
What they say nowadays, rapping like the rent is due. You know what I'm saying? AZ is the definition of that. For me, number 3, it's where it gets tough, but I'm gonna go Halftime, man. Halftime's always been one of my favorite records on here, man. I understand for people who was around, the lore behind it is a little different because Halftime was out a long time before Illmatic. So it might have felt old to like the people who was outside at that point, but it was all new to me. So Halftime, probably the song that I'm quickest to just play, like in a shuffle type of situation. Come on, man! Like, what soundtrack did it drop on originally? Sin,
Zebrahead.
Zebrahead
soundtrack.
I'm calling him on Who Wants to Be
for the old school classic heads.
I couldn't tell you anything about the movie. I knew what was on the soundtrack.
Right. Hopefully Halftime was on the closing credits. You know what I mean? That'd be the best thing about the movie. But yeah, Halftime is up there for me, bro. Love Halftime, man. I always felt like it's one of the more underrated tracks on here. It doesn't get named as much as the other tracks. Number 2 for me, the same number that it is on that album, New York State of Mind. Straight from the fucking dungeons of rap. Like, first time I heard this, bro, I was like, who is this nigga, man? Like, you feel me? Like, Superior Rhyming, fucking Primo in his goddamn bag. It's one of those, like, you wish you could re-listen to that shit for the first time. Illmatic coming on, and then the fucking haunting ass keys and the bass line. Like, New York State of Mind, just a classic record in Primo's catalog and Nas's catalog, like Dini said, in New York rap history's catalog, like New York State of Mind. Number 1 for me, One Time for Your Mind. No, I'm joking.
I'm like, whoa, man. That album hit the younger generation a little different.
Yo, listen, I was gonna get y'all now, man.
Wow.
This April. Don't you look at Adam 22's timeline. Listen, number
I don't
number
even know what
one.
that's about, and I don't think I want to know.
Evil, bro. I just know that nigga's reckless.
Listen to your man's. Number one for me, it ain't hard to tell, man. Like, just if in my top 10 songs ever, this is it, man. Like, the fucking MJ sample, the rhymes, the fucking beat, like just the epitome of a rap song to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, not boom bap, not East Coast, but like if you wanted to show somebody like, yo, this is what this genre can offer, this is the type of shit that happens, this is one of the songs I would play. It ain't hard to tell. I remember being a kid, like a young kid, and rapping that shit in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't hard to tell. It's iconic in every sense of the word, and for me, the greatest song on Illmatic.
Like to follow up what May said, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from that era where, like, if basically, like, if I had to put you onto an artist, you know what I'm saying, I may not have had the tape, or I may not have had the CD. All they was like, yo, that nigga's nice. But like, who you talking about? This dude. Let me hear something. Damn, I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? You have to prove he's nice. You would almost spit his rhymes, you know what I'm saying, to the nigga. And I feel like a song like that will make a nigga just go, nah, like, where can I get this tape? Like, those lines were just like immense. You get what I'm saying? I'm just talking about as far as like, you listen to artists today. If you didn't have access to listen to their music, and I just said, yo, spit something they wrote, spit something from them. You know what I'm saying? What would be the verse you go to? What would be and would it be good enough to make me hear? I feel like even if you weren't fully lodged in hip hop, like you weren't ahead, you could say that to someone, and somebody, nah, that shit's different. Like, it was just different. You get what I'm saying? The whole delivery was different. I mean, there was other niggas that was on that high level, you know what I'm saying, mathematics shit, but just the perfect package of the hood nigga with the fucking mathematics. Escobar, man.
Absolutely. Real quick, N. Simmons with the super chat. This is funny because Mace hit us in the group chat with a similar idea. N. Simmons with the N. Simmons is Mace. Is this your burner account? Are you actually chatting? Are you actually chatting while you're also live? He said this is off topic, but Juvenile recently making a video for 400 Degrees. What are some older songs that never had a video that you would like to see? That's a topic we might get into. You know what I mean? Maybe that's
very interesting.
But at some point, you know what I mean? Mace definitely dropped that in the chat a couple days ago as well. You know what I mean? So that's definitely an interesting topic that we would definitely like to discuss and bring up some examples of. Right off the bat, I would probably say New York State of Mind. Yeah, like I feel like that song absolutely. There's a lot of Nas songs that I feel deserved a video, and Nas was notorious for not dropping a lot of visuals for his albums. So if I had to pick one right now, I would say New York State of Mind. Beanie and Mace, if you want to think of one, you know what I mean? Not right now, but like, you know, because I'm gonna get into my list, but like
copy.
Yeah, man. So like again,
you want 1 through 5 or 5 to 1, Sin?
But well, first of all, 30 years is crazy. 30 years? You telling me Illmatic dropped 3 decades ago?
Crazy.
You telling me that I had my Walkman? I was walking to Riverside Park, threw that tape in, chilling with my girl at the time. You know what I mean? We was young, you know what I mean? So we wasn't comfortable coming back to the crib and doing shit like, you know, with our parents there and whatever. And my parents was always home. Her parents were super strict. So
you're not like these new niggas. And these new niggas is goons.
You know what I mean? Like,
mom be next door, niggas be going.
Listen, no, my parents was not playing.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, man. Like I just have such fond memories of throwing that cassette in the Walkman in the morning on the way to school. You know what I mean? And just playing it from. And here's the thing. You know, an album is crazy when whatever song it's on, and people that grew up on CDs and after don't know this feeling. On a cassette tape, whatever song it's on, because you can't pick the song that you want to play. Whatever it's on, that's what you're playing. You press play, whatever it's on, you just play it.
Wherever you left off at, basically.
And you play it from that point on. You get to the end of that side, flip it. You play from that point on, keep playing it. And then at some point, you know what I mean? You get to your destination, you get home, whatever the case may be, you stop playing it. Until the next time, the next day, you press play and you just pick up where you left off. You know what I mean? And you're never disappointed with whatever song is coming on because the whole shit is classic. The whole shit is fire. You know what I mean? So, like, the memories that I have about the cassette tape, not CD, not MP3, you know what I mean? The cassette tape. It's just, oh, man.
Hell of a time, son. Hell of a time.
What a time to be alive.
Theme music.
Yo.
Where's Diddy?
They was that man's name.
He didn't. He heard me waxing too poetic about Illmatic, and he was like,
he said, on you.
Wait a goddamn minute to this shit. You know what
I mean? My God, King, what's going on? You know what I mean? Continue, said I'm back on deck. You know?
Because
LP, your prediction was wrong.
On the cassette tape era, because the cassette tape era was different, man. It was
different, man.
A different animal.
You had to work hard to listen to music. You had to rewind. You had to just rewind. The tape was a fucking headache, man.
And when you heard a line to rewind, like it was a different time, man.
Yeah, trying to catch that line on the rewind was crazy.
A lot of y'all would not know anything about it. You know what I mean? But as far as the album, let's get into the album. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
At number 5, I'm starting from 5 up. At number 5, I'm going with It Ain't Hard to Tell. At 5. Now, It Ain't Hard to Tell. That was the first. Excuse me. That was the first single. I mean, if you don't count half,
I can probably drive a car with her.
First single off the album.
I don't recommend it,
got
but
a lot of radio airplay.
It wouldn't be far-fetched.
You know what I mean?
The way this little part
Large Professor, shouts to Large Professor on the beat. The sample work. I mean, the sample work on the whole album was phenomenal. And as a producer, thinking back on it, like the samples that they flipped and how they flipped them and how they layered them, put them together, insane. So
crazy.
The Michael Jackson Human Nature sample, just
excellent,
legendary on It Ain't Hard to Tell. But it was the single. You know what I mean? It was the lead single. So at some point, once I got further into the album, it was like, all right, It Ain't Hard to Tell was cool, but the rest of this album is something else. You know what I mean? Now, like Mace, originally, my first favorite song was Represent. But incredibly, today, making my list right now, Represent's not in my top 5, man.
That's crazy. See what I told you? You see what I told you? It's like
talk
about it, Sam.
Your ears evolve.
Facts.
The neurons connecting your brains evolve.
You're older, you're wiser.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. But the reason what May said is very true. The reason why immediately Represent jumped out at me is because I feel like it was the most hood track. It was the most aggressive track. It had, you know what I mean? It was the pissing in your elevator track. It was, you know what I mean, all the goons in the background track. Like it immediately jumped out at me. You know what I mean? But when I get to number 4, Memory Lane, this I feel embodies more of what the album is to me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that was part of Nas at the time. That was part of the ethos. That was part of the persona. You know what I mean? But there was so many layers to Nas that we over time ended up learning about, but that he really laid the groundwork for on this album. And the Memory Lane, to me, we've heard Nas over the years, and he's always very nostalgic. He's always, reaching to the past. He's always like going back and talking about like not so much melancholy in terms of like I wish things had been better, but always looking at the bright spots of even growing up in Queensbridge, like like he reaches back and thinks about like the good times, the stuff that he remembers fondly. You know what I mean? And so this track, Memory Lane, like really laid the foundation for something that Nas would do his entire career and do so well, probably better than anybody else in terms of being nostalgic and like talking about, the golden era and like really painting those pictures. So I think Memory Lane I would have at number 4 because these top 3 that there's really no moving these top 3 for me. They might shift around in order 1, 2, or 3, but these top 3 are pretty immovable for me. At number 3, currently right now, I have One Love. And I'm disappointed in Dini and Mace and probably Jarv, because we've talked about this before. One Love needs more love. It needs more respect on his name.
I knew you would have had One Love.
The Q-tip sample, the smiling man, I forget the name of the sample right now. Anyway, the Q-tip beat, the drums.
No, hold on. I was my fault. I was muted. This is what y'all told people?
What?
No, I just asked about you. They said you had a new
Who said that?
No, nobody said that. You just made that shit up.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
But one love.
LP said it, Joe. It was give LP his props, man. That was LP who said that in the chat. Man.
April Fools.
Carry on, son. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Heath Brothers, the Smiling Billy Sweet sample, such an ill sample for Q-Tip to dig up and flip, and throw those legendary Q-Tip drums over. The way Nas, addresses a very serious topic in the hood, but addresses it from a personal level. Like you grow up and you have friends that end up in jail. You have family members that end up in jail. And for him to write this, this very, poignant letter to a friend that's locked up at the moment, it painted such a picture for me. And it really, it was a very early moment when I realized, one, how ill Nas is as a lyricist and as an MC, but also as a picture painter, but also it gave me an early appreciation for songs that were non-linear, but that addressed very serious topics in our society. You know what I mean? It's one of the reasons why I love Kendrick so much, because I feel like Kendrick, addresses issues in a non-linear fashion. Like he draws like the dots around the line, not so much the line. You know what I mean? And that was one of the songs for me early on. One Love at number 3. Now, right now, number 2, and then again, this is right now, right currently. These 3 could flip at any moment. The World Is Yours. Shouts to Pete Rock, one of my favorite beats of all time. The Ahmad Jamad sample, just catching that little break in the middle of that jazz piece and flipping it into one of the best beats of all time. Nas doing what he does best, just painting pictures over a beautiful jazz sample beat. I love it. You know what I mean? Probably my second favorite Pete Rock beat behind They Reminisce Over You. Right. And at number 1, Mace, not too long ago, he dropped an idea. Maybe we should do like a top 5 intro songs. And immediately, the first thing that came to mind was New York State of Mind. But then I was like, oh, it's not really an intro because the Genesis came before it. So it's technically not track 1. So we would have to, we would have to talk about that. Like, what's the criteria behind an intro song or an intro track? But for this to be the first song on the album, and you hear that Flight Time sample, Donald Byrd, Flight Time, where it goes he, like, and it's like the song's about like something's about to take off, you know what I mean? And then the drums come in, the fucking Joe Chambers sample, Mind Rain. What a What a phenomenal piano loop, bro. Primo's hard ass drums. Just a phenomenal song. First of all, just a phenomenal beat to begin with, right? And then you know that hearing that beat start off, Nas is gonna have to give it his 110%, and he doesn't fucking disappoint. He comes in and just fucking bodies the track the way that he does, and it's like, and to hear that it was all in one take,
Crazy.
one take for that whole song, and he starts it off like, "Yo, I don't know how to start this shit." Like he's just in the booth, and he's like, "Yo, I don't know how to start it." And motherfuckers is telling him, "Yo, just go," and he just fucking goes off on one of the most phenomenal couple of verses I've ever heard in my life. You know what I mean? Rappers are monkey flipping, what the funky rhythm I be kicking, like, and then just doesn't stop from there and like leaves Earth, absolutely leaves Earth. You know what I mean? Right now, I have New York State of Mind as my number one Illmatic song. You know what I mean? Whenever I hear that song, it's just that's New York to me. That's New York, along with a bunch of other songs. You know what I mean? Mobb Deep, Shook Ones. You know what I mean? Biggie. Unbelievable. But like that song right there. It's definitely some Wu-Tang songs. That song right there, absolutely 100% New York energy. If y'all know about that New York, y'all not going to be able to relate.
Respectfully, shout out to everybody in the building. Sincere. He really should have went last. Quite frankly, I don't even know why I'm going last. Like how do I follow that? But shout out to everybody. Part of my lateness. Also, like we thought about doing this, of course, because in about 18 days is going to be the official anniversary of Illmatic. So it's like, why not talk a little bit about it? Why not give Gotham what Gotham deserves? But for me, this album, this isn't the one album that I won't talk too crazy about. Although Diddy has found a way to confuse me yet again. You know what I mean? Because I heard what you said about it being the greatest album, but we've spent the last 3 years on this campaign of It Was Written is the better album, only to hear you say that this is the litmus test right here. I'm confused, Dini. And then be clear, on episode 94, Dini's hypocrisies will show themselves again tomorrow at 6:30. It is hypocrisy. It is
not. It Was Written is the better album to me, but I understand what Illmatic means to the culture, my nigga.
Back when we started this podcast, one of the first things that I remember ever calling you before it was Dini the Balance, I'm pretty sure it was Dini the Politician. And it's like, I think I'm gonna have to bring that back because boy, when we go to the diner, I know you're gonna get your scrambled eggs, you're gonna get your bacon, maybe your ham if you eat the swine, but you're definitely gonna get a waffle because goddamn, you know what I mean? What is going on, bro?
It's the fags.
All right. With that being said, I understand. Illmatic is the Bible. It is the Grail. We talk a lot of shit on this podcast. We create digital haters everywhere. In the other chat across the way, I just dove in real quick just to say what up. And we got the haters. I got called a sambo and a snake in like 3 minutes. So it's
wicked out here in the streets, bro.
But at the end of the day, it's all hip hop because all of the people who say them things, if they saw me outside, they would either look at me and hope I don't know what's going on, or they'd say what up and ask for a picture. But nevertheless, my top 5. This is tough. Like again, I always tell a story about watching music videos before I really understood what rap was. I had a young mom, so she I won't say she was ahead, but she was listening to that. She was a New Jack Swing fan more so than a rap fan. But when Bobby Simmons was on, we was watching the videos together. So like that was like my first real
Father MC vibes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So well, with that being said, number 5, I gotta go One Time for Your Mind. Part of my co-host in the background here, but we got One Time for Your Mind is gonna be it's a fire record. Did I know when I was like 8, 9 years old that this guy was creating something that would last 30 years and people will say this is the testament and this is this, and if you're a rapper, if Mace decided to pick up a pen right this second, motherfuckers will ask you if you listen to Illmatic. I ain't know that. You know what I mean? I didn't know, but nevertheless. we move on. Number 4, One Love. I heard Sincere wax poetic. I think he says that we slandered that song. I don't remember slandering that song. Diddy, you slandered that song?
Not slandered. No.
What did you do?
Not slandered. If anything, I picked songs above it, but I didn't slander it.
Okay.
No, I remember a conversation. I distinctly remember a conversation where you were saying you only Nas fans really like that song. That's not really like a song that resonates.
I don't. Maybe you know what? If I did say something like that, it was maybe in terms of like the verses. You know what I'm saying? Where if I have to pick a top 20 song, I probably wouldn't pick One Love in the verses of Nas joints. And maybe if I said it, that's if I said it, that will be the context I said it in.
I personally believe it because I remember jokes that Jarv made about Lil Wayne in 2009. Things you just don't forget, bro.
You know, Sincere said he got to cleanse his internet. I might have to start wiping my shit because you know, in another year, I won't be able to be. I'm gonna still be mostly anonymous, but the heads who like to know people, if they dig up some of our old bars, we're in trouble.
Investigator, man.
Don't let there be another Mace out there, bro.
Oh man,
that's watching the pod.
Shit. You know what I mean? We done got attacked
we'll
already.
Find you.
No, you're not really Mace. You know what I mean? But anyway, for me, we're gonna go with Life's a Bitch at number 3. Like, come on now. Like, if there's a feature or a guest appearance standard, let's say that Illmatic is the rap standard. Is AZ's appearance on Life's a Bitch not the standard for all features? Am I reaching too far? Am I going too far in my old head bag when I say that?
Not at all.
That you might have a point there.
I said essentially the same shit, bro. That's a fact.
You know what I mean? I think that. And the thing is, I remember we were in the Garden. Almost has it been a year already? Or a little bit over a year since the Garden show?
I think it's
Something
been over.
like yeah.
Was it March?
And I remember just him coming on the stage. Hold on. Marco said, I'm still mad y'all called me Mike D. I called you Mike D. My fault, Marcos. I don't remember doing that, but if I did, I'm sorry. That verse right there, it stands the test. It has everything that you can possibly ask for from a feature verse. A guy, because what do we always talk about? A person that understands the moment, who I'm rapping next to, delivers the bars, the cadence, the energy, trying his best to outshine the person that he's on the track with. That is the rules of engagement with features. You cannot try to just tap dance and wild out. That's why we got so hyped with Aubrey and what's this guy's name? J. Cole, because it's like not only did they get together, but they tried to outdo each other. And then they circle back on Evil Ways and tried to do it again. It's like, we don't ask for much. These young whippersnappers is like 19 and 20 talk about album sales. They don't understand the thrill it is to have two guys who are supposedly good getting on a song together and trying to outdo the other one. It's not about sales. Who's the best? I think I'm better. You know, or maybe AZ just said, yo, this is Nas. This is the golden child. I can't come up short because niggas on my blog is gonna clown me if I come up short. To me, Life's a Bitch is the standard song for that. Great feature, great rapping, great beat. As far as nostalgia goes, if one of the beats that could like completely encapsulates what the 90s was, 90s feel good. You can hear that at the end of a movie. You can hear that at the barbecue. You can play it in the car. You in the Muse in the Village, just running around playing tag or punch ball. You can hear this song any and everywhere. Come on now. Number 2. It ain't hard to tell. Before I knew what a Nas was, I knew that song. Me personally, that song, Immaculate. Like, I wish sometimes when I like think about like wishing I was Sin's age for a second before I realized I don't want to be his age just yet. It's like fully understanding. I didn't know what I was.
Doesn't want to be my age.
No, well, today I felt a little crazy and I almost texted niggas like, yo, I think I'm cooked, bro. Because I had a couple of long days and I'm sitting here like, boy, if this is what it is, I don't want it. But
that's what we had it, brother.
But it ain't hard to tell. Like, I wish I could have been old enough to appreciate it more so in real time, as opposed to appreciating it after the fact, liking it was written better. I still like it was written better, but not really understanding until keep it a stack. Maybe till I was in my 20s, really like appreciating what that song was about, what it meant. The fact that if you talk to a Nas fan and they it's something about the lyrics, especially the opening bars to that, to where people really they get into that record. I don't know what it is. Maybe a Nas fan gets send fake. Oh, LP. You think you know what I mean? But it's like that song right there. The video is fire. It's yo LP. Chill out. I'm trying to talk. That's crazy. But
I got a stress beard.
That's crazy. But yo,
that's age, bro. Like, what are you talking about,
bro?
I ain't even stressed like that. I'm not.
I don't want.
I'm the age that I am. This is what it's supposed to look like.
You said Sin 38 and probably been working since 12 to provide for his family.
Bro,
niggas is wild. LP, chill. Go ahead, Johnny.
See, LP don't know how to act tonight, bro. That's all it is.
Bad timing.
Like, I love that record. Is all-time great song. You know, them be the records when Dini and I get on our, you know, it was written bag. They'll tell us there's no, it ain't hard to tell on there. It ain't no halftime. Halftime not on my list, but I understand the people who put it on their list. But it's like those songs don't have them type of feelings. We do like the late 90s gloss a little bit more than the people who are a little bit older than us. But it ain't hard to tell to me. As time has gone along, I don't hear people putting that song up there how it's supposed to. You know, it seems like they want to talk about every other song in Illmatic but that. I'm starting to feel away. But now I'm going to piss people off before I get up out of here. Number 1. The world is yours.
Wow. I'm shocked.
Oh man.
Low-key shocked. Low-key shocked. Shouldn't be, but I'm low-key shocked.
Are you next?
Damn it.
After the
marble floors jaws.
Yeah, I just want to say that I was late because I was actually installing the marble floors in my crib so that I can get to the Rock Nation brunch next spring. You know, if there is a brunch, you know what I mean? But you know, throw it up, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? What was it? I made it a hot one. You made it a hot one. You know what I mean?
I count off when you sample my voice. I ruled you. Fuck out of here.
To this day, all these years later, the whole Nas battle still ensues.
If you would have thrown the diamonds in the sky.
MC Search debunked everything Hope said about that sample.
Nah, but all joking.
Yeah, we're gonna keep running with the narrative.
All joking aside, Sam. Again, it goes back to my youth. A lot of this is nostalgia picks because these are the songs before I had access to albums. The only thing I knew about this artist was the singles. And the world is yours. If you was in the New York area and you have flavor videos or you was watching it, I know in Brooklyn it was Channel 31. You had Video Music Box over there. The world is yours was on video rotation. Nigga like me ain't have cable in '96, nigga. You know what I mean? I was watching regular channels. So my music videos, they come from BET. I had to watch them shits, the call-ins, the craziness, the late night Bobby Simmons where you might see a titty. Like that was my experience. You know what I'm saying? So the world is yours. Great record. Great 5. When it comes to Illmatic, bro, you really could pick. You could honestly lottery pick it or just pick any 5 and you're not gonna lose. It's like it is the ultimate no skip album as far as the template for what I think a lot of us now. That's why we end up fighting when certain other projects come out because we're still looking at rappers to make the Illmatic. So whereas we might argue about Schoolboy Q and it might feel different to a person who still values not Illmatic as the standard. This is why, because a young rapper showed up on a scene, super skilled, in the midst of the peak of the culture at that time, and came out and did something vainglorious. And it's like, how many people can truly say in that moment that they made a project that fit the time of that moment in that way? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hip hop has had a couple of pages in this turn, and you like I could think Kendrick, you know, I give credit to Sing. Kendrick kind of did that too with Good Kid, Mad City, as the culture was kind of shifting in that time.
Thanks.
And you know, and the blog era was doing what it was. We'll talk about the blog era tomorrow. That album represented what rap was in that moment, in need of a person to be a palate cleanser, and then you had that project. I think we're in a position now where who's going to drop that next album that is said palate cleanser for the next evolution of rap? I guess we got to wait and see, you know?
Yes. And that brings up a good point too, that I was thinking something similar before we got on the live, like what obviously, you know what I mean, Illmatic is held to that standard a lot of people say, you know, there's nothing else that's touching it, that's coming close to it. But if we're gonna have like a real, honest, earnest conversation, what other albums would we put in that category? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Taking personal feelings aside, just like what other albums are like the tipping point? You know what I mean?
Blueprint.
Illmatic was a tipping point. Maybe the Blueprint. You know what I mean? Maybe Good Kid, Mad City. But that's, you know what I mean? I feel like that's a conversation that
I feel like It Was Written was a tipping point too.
Let me ask y'all this then. We hear I put the Blueprint, of course, you know I'm a Jigga fan, but you know people might push back against that. But which Kanye album is it? Kanye got maybe 3 or 4 albums you could pick that was a tipping point. But which one, if you had to pick one, which one would it be?
Dark Twisted.
I don't know.
Y'all want to talk about it? It's the one that none of y'all jack. It's 808s, man.
That's part of the list. I don't, because
Ooh.
it's my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's 808s, in my opinion. I
A lot
think
of people ran with that.
Graduation's in that conversation. It might not be the classic, and of course the College Dropout. Like I think for me, if those are the 4 I feel like could be in that conversation. To me, like I know Late Reg is, people love the album, but to me it's more of a direct sequel more so than a genre shift. I think the genre shifted with College Dropout more so than Late Reg.
Yeah.
And College Dropout was really the final evolution of what was started on Supreme Clientele, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Supreme Clientele changed it. You mentioned the Blueprint, changed it again some more. And then I think College Dropout was the finale to that, if you ask me.
I know how the younger people feel about 808s and Heartbreaks and what it spawned. But I really believe that the Kanye week, me personally, I'll pass it to Sen. I want to hear what he has to say. But me personally, I think it's Graduation. I think Graduation is the beginning of the Ye we got today. I think he's sort of playing with them kind of sounds on Graduation all the way until now. I think Ye's floor is Graduation for the modern Ye and what rap albums we like, what it's supposed to sound like.
Yeah, I think Graduation is the moment where he separated himself from the old guard. You know what I mean? Like College Dropout and Late Registration, even with Late Registration, even with the approach that he took towards making that album, where he was like, all right, I'm gonna sample, but I'm gonna sample like originally created pieces from like this classical orchestra that he brought into the studio. But it was he still had like the old guard mentality in mind, like I just want to make fire beats and fire songs. Whereas with Graduation, he was like, I did that already. How am I going to take it to the next level? And the next level is stadium music. You know what I mean? And so he took that same approach and was like, all right, I'm going to take that approach from the old guards, from the old heads, the people that came before me, you know what I mean? Still sampling, still hard drums, still dope grooves, but I'm going to expand it to make Can't Tell Me Nothing, to make Flashing Lights, to make motherfucking, like Good Life, like just stadium type anthems, you know what I mean? So yeah, Graduation, I think, is definitely that album where he just took it up another level. You know what I mean?
And this was a time where like people did, like if they were going to have a stadium music vibe, it'll be maybe 1 or 2 songs on the album. Like this nigga shot to make like every song on the album like that, which was like a game changer too.
I think he really messed it up for a lot of rappers. Like I think in a way that version of Ye made it difficult for us even till now to listen to albums and properly break it down without being biased or grading too hard. Ye at his peak, he made it difficult for everybody, in my opinion. There might be people who are better rappers, of course, but we're talking about album making. I think we struggle to this very day because of Kanye to properly listen to albums and give it its due.
Honestly,
the shit we be looking for, the soundscapes we be looking for, it be Kanye shit. You know what I'm saying?
It was everything good all together. It was good rapping. It was good production. It was the sonic levels. Yes, the sonics. You know what I'm saying? Everything was, the engineering was immense. Like everything was just like every level that mattered was done like with like such purpose. You get what I'm saying? Like there was nothing lacked. And I feel like, and so when you listen to a lot of shit today, like there's so much that's wanting from the music. Like every box was filled on that album, bro. Like I'm looking at the playlist now, like everything was a hit essentially. Like niggas like
we never heard nothing like You Can't Tell Me Nothing until we heard it. You know what I mean? Like that. I think I fell in love with that record because it was like, first of all, Ye was such a elite artiste that it was like the nerve of this guy to take Jeezy's ad-libs, not knowing the story at the time. We didn't know the history. But in real time, it was like this nigga took Jeezy's ad-libs and made a song and it works.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's amazing. But go ahead, Mace.
Nah. Dini made the exact point of why, even though, because I think the original argument is what was the tipping point. It's like we it's easy to go towards Graduation because it's such a high level of work. And me personally, that's my favorite Kanye album. Imagine being a G-Unit stand, sneaking and listening to Graduation on the first day. But my whole thing is that with 808s, more of the game sounds like it. Now that may be because it's easier to recreate that. You know what I'm saying? Graduation is just a higher level. But if you say what's the tipping point and you listen to shit now, there's more shit is gonna sound like 808s than Graduation. Yeah. Now maybe the higher level, because when we get into like what Metro is just kind of getting to what Kanye was doing back then, you know what I'm saying? Or the orchestral, listen, y'all.
We're not doing that tonight. I love Metro, but Metro has a long way to go before we even start talking about peak Ye. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But anyway,
I feel you.
Real quick, there's a lot of nuances, I think, in that conversation. I think one of them is when Kanye made 808s, he made it cool to use sound kits rather than samples. You know what I mean? Samples were getting more and more expensive at the time. You know what I mean? And then you have to go through the struggle of not only like paying for the sample, but the whole process of clearing the sample. Like a lot of motherfuckers was not trying to go through all that. And so he came through and said, you know what, you could just make some beats with some 808s and do that. And that, it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot less stressful than trying to clear samples. So, you know what I mean? That might have had a lot to do with it.
That's a fact. We got to move on though. We went on a little Ye tangent. You know what that happens sometimes on the rap round table. We go on quick tangents. But we got to continue to talk about the homie Aubrey and Kendrick and the like, because it's been about 2 weeks. I think it's been 2 weeks now, right? Or about a week and some change.
Yeah.
And there's still no response.
Super chats?
Yeah. Did you get? I'm getting it. Did you do all of the super chats or just the most recent ones?
LP said
the earlier ones.
Yeah, the earlier ones. Illmatic So Great. Elzhi made a classic remaking it. I would agree. I would normally. Here's the thing. Here's the level of appreciation I have for Elzhi. When he announced, many years ago that he was doing a tribute album to Illmatic, I didn't bat an eye. I was like, if any level of MC is gonna do something like that, Elzhi would be the one to do it. And he made a phenomenal tribute project to Illmatic. Shouts to him for sure.
We had Jason Hodges. For me, it plays like one solid piece of work. Yeah, I got that one.
No, we didn't get that one.
Illmatic is greater. Shout out to Antoine 1486, by the way. Illmatic is greater. It was written is better.
Facts.
Mad Max said, I always thought It Was Written was better than Illmatic, but I gotta say I was wrong. Illmatic is a better album. Mad Max with another super chat.
Bro,
he's delivering tonight. Yo, salute. Mad Max, much love, family. It's Meet the Woo one that changed drill and made a whole wave in NY. That's the drill versions of Illmatic. Without Nas Genius, Meet the Woo It Was Written. Nas is like Rakim with G Rap flow. Pop was like 50 with Ja voice. Okay, I see the vision. Marcos. Oh, Marcos got some bread. When are we gonna do a episode on Ghostface? I could definitely see him on the show. We're gonna eventually get to our top 5 with the Wu-Tang and the Ghost and the Razor with all. Stay tuned. And did y'all get this one here from N Simons about this is off topic, but with Juvenile recently making the video for 400 degrees. All right, cool. Yeah. So now let's get to it. Aubrey still ain't come outside, but he's on stage. He's calling people pussy. He's shooting imaginary things at Travis Scott heads and stage that's lighting on fire.
You know, whole effigy, man. Like,
listen
crazy.
to me. He's having weird IG energy with Joe Budden. But then when we come on the rap round table, we talking about, you know, Kendrick Lamar and the like, and how Mr. Morales ain't it, and Diddy keeps talking about when he comes outside, it's been 5 years between albums, and he said it so much that our West Coast wing of the rap round table has been highly upset to the point that he's sending voice notes on because if you don't got an iPhone, I don't know what y'all Android niggas do, but he's sending the voice notes on the iPhone angrily, little hate mail. Like, we talking too crazy. So the Western Conference got to get in the building and really build it up with the rap roundtable. We got the homie BTG pulling in. You already know what it is when our West Coast cousin is on deck. He feels defensive about Kendrick Lamar when, in fact, Diddy spit mostly facts. You know, what's the problem?
Baylor, what up, brother?
You said facts. That's subjective. Look, Diddy. What you said last show, you said, you know, once Kendrick dropped this, he can't just go back into like what do you know, no man's land. That's a lie. Y'all can't have it both ways, bro. Your man still ain't came outside. Is he gonna take the fade or what? I'm in Beverly Hills right now. Nothing is over here, bro. It's nothing. No, it's no 3 a.m. in Malibu. It's none of that. Is he gonna take the fade in the backyard or what, bro?
I think the fade is gonna happen, bro. But you gotta remember the initial disc came out in October, my nigga. So if you really think about it, your boy Kenny's like 6 months late. You dig?
Look, man. Ever since they threw in the towel for him against Pusha, y'all been making excuses, bro. I'm tired of it.
It wasn't no excuses.
Hey,
Pusha was chilling. Pusha should have responded.
No. This is one thing that y'all not understanding. Michael Myers never check in with his victims. he don't check in and say, yeah. I'm pulling up on Halloween. Nah, bro, he pop up when he want to because he can. But your man's can't fight on demand, can he? He can't stand up for himself, can he? And then he gonna do it, and then he gonna drop her. Yeah. No.
Wow.
He needs Cole. And y'all Cole fans, let's slow it down. Because when J. Cole was on the porch, it was just a top 2. He been fighting all his life to get in that top 3. All right.
The nigga been running hip hop for the last 15 years, and the nigga needs.
Hey,
J. Cole. Come on, bro.
Real quick, Kenny Brown was just on Drink Champ saying the same shit that I was saying. He put in those 10,000 hours to be in third place right now in the top 3. He put in his 10,000 hours.
That's crazy.
And he's still. He's still.
Yo, we never thought we shame a nigga for 10,000 hours, Mace.
I'm sorry.
Hey, never thought we shame a nigga for working hard, bro.
Hey, Diddy. Hey, I'm hearing a lot of Aubrey friends saying he don't have to respond. And
Hold on.
Nah, don't have to.
Time out. I'm not hearing enough from Mace. He's the OVO copper. What's going on? You ducking the fade the same way Aubrey ducking the fade. What's going on?
I'm disappointed in him.
BT, you know, as our West Coast brother, you know what I mean, family to the show, I had to just let him get his bars off, but this is ludicrous, man. Like, this is ludicrous. Trying to claim that Kendrick, a man who has no diss tracks, has sent shots at all of 2 songs. Notice how he only sends shots when he's on songs with other niggas. He ain't never made no diss track himself. You know what I mean? Just like with Control, he tried to hide that on the Big Short album. He trying to hide these shots on the Future album. It's talking about we need Cole, bro. What is Cole did for us? It looks like Future just got Kendrick his first #1 album and the most attention he's gotten since Damn, really, because you know the mid steppers was something we all try to forget, to be honest with you. So it's like
Damn, Mace, literally, damn.
The non-Kendrick faction, you know what I mean, the non-Kendrick section of the audience. But my thing is like, how can Aubrey, he could do what he feel like, man. It's not that he's not going to diss him. It's just why jump out the window in 3 days for a nigga who barely raps, man.
You did it for me. You did it for me. You
Bro,
did it for Meek.
Real
Meek
quick.
had that was different.
And that was
no,
that was
no,
woman involved. It's always different when it's a woman, bro.
There is no difference. There is no difference in hip hop, bro. There ain't no
things.
difference in hip
I
hop.
was telling Dini this
But it was
on Saturday
Kendrick.
after the studio. I think the Meek thing and the fact that he went back to back within 4 days, I think it had a lot to do with Nicki. I think it had, the fact that there was a woman involved. You know what I mean?
Joints,
That's why Aubrey was so pressed about that shit.
And
You know what I mean?
y'all are getting that Drake for he's the nigga that jumped out the window and made a diss track in 4 days. Who are the rest of these niggas that have done this? You know what I'm saying? Biggie never even made Long Kiss Goodnight till to the next year. Ether came 5 months later. Like
that was way before the streaming era, bro.
That's before the streaming era.
It's
Y'all
a
want
different
y'all
time.
be wanting this though. And first of all, J. Cole, hey, Lil Pump.
He was accurate.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
he was accurate though.
That's his rap beat though, right? Lil Pump, huh? Okay, and then
let's be fair, because he made false prophets. He
Kanye.
He talked about Wale. You know what I mean? Let's be
Cole
fair.
was schooling the youngins in real time. Something that
fair.
Kendrick pretends to do. You know what I mean? Let me teach the public, and then he disappears.
Wow.
I don't care what you think Kendrick lie about.
Why
he won't take the fade though, Mace? This in the backyard.
My dude. If I drop some shit in October, you drop some shit at the end of March, I gotta respond back to you in 3 days.
And BT,
I'm the man. I'm the man. You the nigga that had to respond. I don't gotta rush nothing.
Sincere, this is your fault. You letting our homies make excuses for Aubrey now,
huh? He was on tour.
What's happening? This is what's happening. Y'all keep making it. What is it, bro?
I holler at you little niggas after the tour.
No. Here's the thing, though. How long has this been going on? How many
years?
How many years? So you telling me as calculated as Aubrey can be, he don't have nothing stashed away already?
I'm not letting you niggas rush me. I have shit depending on this. If I jump out the window and like I said, I get cooked, you gonna be the same niggas like, why he ain't have nothing?
This reminds me of the NFL.
Not to be the one to come to Aubrey's defense in this, but I was talking to my boy Al about this, and he made a decent point. He made a good point. Drake might have too much to lose to Drake. He might just be like, yo, I'm too far above this. I'm beyond this. Like,
plus Kendrick ain't doing nothing else. He has the time to make diss songs every day. Nigga.
He might
he got time.
No. I'm saying this.
I didn't know we was changing the rules. My bad.
I'm saying this. He might be more comfortable with taking the L of not responding than taking the bigger L if he responds.
I don't think it's gonna happen like that.
No, I gotta jump in real quick. Because I got the hell out the way because I already knew what time BTG was on. I ain't got nothing to say. But what we not gonna do, Sincere, is quote the biggest fedora wearing Drake fan saying he got too much to lose. When the fuck did hip hop become loving hip hop? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying,
is this a Drake professional?
But Drake is a pop star.
Nah,
Drake is pop.
Nah,
Isn't
I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
I'm not trying to have that either.
He got too much to lose.
That might be what he's thinking.
Hold on. You don't spend almost 10 years sub-dissing Kendrick to now have some Drake fan say he got too much to lose. Get out of here. I can't believe this shit. And I bet you Mace probably agree with that shit.
I applaud.
No, there's a lot to lose.
I applaud Sin starting that statement off with "I don't want to defend Drake" and using a statement that made Drake look completely bad. Listen, Sin, that was slick, bro. That was slick psychology there. We all know the OVO captain is gonna respond. You know what I'm saying? We can't give our man a month. Like we gotta what's going on? Like
why does he have to respond to this nigga in a fast? Why does he have to in a fast pace?
When did it ever become that?
Next week, that's still fast.
Dini, when did it ever become that?
Bruh, my nigga said the big two Like I said in October, the nigga had 6 months to calculate a verse, bro.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how
That
y'all
nigga
break it down.
6 months, but y'all giving this nigga hell for 6 days. That shit is crazy to me.
And
Diddy.
who's? I was gonna say who's the
He
what are you
his own
using as an
standard. He
example?
set his own precedence. It's his own fault.
So it's
And
only
then Mesito niggas say, well, he said 4 days for Meek Mill. Now Kendrick Lamar's Meek Mill? Really?
No,
All I
don't do
know
that.
is-
Don't
all I
do
know
that.
is I feel like I'm 16 at lunch again. This is getting crazy on the rap round table.
Yo,
Right? Come on.
hey,
My nigga,
hey.
you need the same time to prepare for the fucking for the Washington Wizards as you do for the Lakers. You need the same amount of time, nigga. Stop it. You need a lot more time. You gotta prep. You gotta put in work. He probably wasn't putting in that kind of work. Drake has been very busy the last decade. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Wait,
god.
nah, so you
Yo,
playing
that's
the busy
bad, bro.
card? All I know is,
I'm not giving excuses. I'm just saying a nigga.
All I'm saying is the last time I heard a nigga say I'm busy was one of them Charlo twins and talking crazy to Terrence Crawford, and then that
got
same
the beats
busy
put
nigga
on
got packed out by Canelo. So I'm busy, right? So Aubrey's busy. That's what you saying, D?
No, not
For a
busy as
person-
far as won't respond. As far as I'm not responding to you in the midst of the height of your shit. I'm gonna wait till your shit dies down when no one's paying attention to that shit no more. Then I'm gonna put you in there. I'm not gonna make you hot, nigga, by responding to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, no. This is the
Wait,
rap
wait,
round
wait,
table,
wait,
bro.
wait,
Y'all be
wait,
talking about
wait.
shit in details, bro.
Wait.
This is what be pissing me
This
off
is
because you know
spooky.
why? You want to know why? Because Meek Mill
talk to me.
wasn't a nigga that he was beefing with for a long period of time, but he had 2 tracks on him instantly. But K-Dot has been bothering him for over a decade, and he don't have nothing. He don't have no back to back. He don't have no 7 a.m. in Compton. Where is that, bro?
It's on the way. But hold on.
It's happening. It's just not happening right this minute, bro.
But you know what?
Nah.
What we not
Are
gonna
we sure it's happening?
It's
I think
happening, bro. He has to respond.
I mean, low key said it's gonna get crazy this Friday on the net. Last time low key said that we got the
It
Kendrick.
got heavy, yeah.
And I don't
hold
want no
on.
more, and I don't want no more captions either, bro. I'm all quoted out. I'm good. I'm happy.
But time out though.
I'm happy before the
Mace.
quotes, bro.
Deanie, I'm disappointed in y'all because y'all got this Homer over here out in the West towel waving. He only loud because it's Kendrick. He just defended his coach. He probably listened to the Drake. He probably want Drake to come back outside low key, right? Yeah,
Damn sure do.
This Homer, this bias. How come we don't
Hey,
see West Coast bias?
Deanie.
Talk to me, bro.
What you think gonna happen if I'm there?
It's gonna get hectic.
I'm helping K-Dot. I'm swinging on everybody.
Yo.
I'm swinging on
Yo,
He needs it.
fam, it's chess. You know what I'm saying? No.
You gotta be careful with that.
I know. I was about to say no pun intended.
Coop has made us using the word chess dangerous. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a mental game, bro. It's basically war. It's battleship. I'm not going to respond where even no matter how good or bad my response is, it's in your favor. And doing that while the record is hot, while your name's in the ethos, is doing you a favor. I'm gonna let you cool off. You know what I'm saying? When you chilling, I do him nothing. When you coming home from therapy, I'm gonna flame you on my own time. I think it's gonna be like that. And then I do think it's gonna be heinous because at this point, Drake can't afford to drop a dud. It's got to be a 12 out of 10.
Why? It's just K-Dot, right?
It's just K-Dot. You hear this shit, man?
It's just K-Dot, right?
Just because the last album was mid, don't mean that the nigga's a bad rapper, bro. The nigga's an exceptional rapper.
Here we
Yo,
go.
Diddy with the waffle.
That's a waffle. Now Kendrick Lamar's not a good rapper.
Hey,
Yo,
see,
Belgian waffles.
Yo, what are we doing in
hey,
New York City?
Hey,
You
see,
being slick, bro. You
Hey,
being
see,
slick.
see,
You're not mentioning.
Bro, you have been standing, Diddy. You have been standing K-Dot for 2 years straight, my nigga.
I be listening.
Okay, since I have to do this, see, Job, we talk about this all the time.
Right now.
Okay.
What we talk about, Dini?
But I'm sorry.
We talk about when you cook anything, that it automatically diminishes all the good you've ever said. I've cooked this nigga from here to fucking hell and back for Mr. Mid, but I always give him his props for Good Kid, Mad City.
Dini, you gotta understand. Once you stand on a certain side, it don't matter what good you say. Listen, take it from me. I'm the Jay-Z fan. And there's still a large contingent of Nas fans on the net that still are mad at us for some of the things we said when we said Jay-Z could win a versus. They will never forgive us. They'll support the show, but they will never forgive us for that. You just gotta accept that.
Y'all gonna hate me forever because I still feel that way. Y'all gonna hate me forever because I still feel that way.
Dini, this is what it is. Dini needed Kendrick to be on a future album and have that verse in the club and in the strip clubs for him to finally take him seriously again.
Yo, it's. I mean, bro, it has
the Sonics.
It had niggas haven't cared in a while, bro. Niggas haven't cared in a while. Granted, I think because the tour did so well and because the album did so well in the studio, we overlook how mid the niggas been for a while, bro. I'm not gonna doubt his.
He dropped one mediocre album. Why you keep saying for a while? He dropped one
and
mediocre
then in the follow-up singles, we got Family Ties, A-OK, but we got Hillbillies.
We did.
And that was the latest, and that's the latest offering prior to the Chanel and Dolce & Gabbana ads. Come on, bro. I'm not tripping.
He dropped this verse, turned hip hop literally upside
down.
We got Baylor, who ain't been on the show in how long, but he got time today.
He got time.
All of a sudden, Baylor not busy.
I got all my notes down. These are all the excuses that y'all said. Look, Sincere said it's because they not Eskimo brothers. May said that he's basically above hip hop right now. and then Dini, well, man, at this point, brother, I just believe you just on the payroll.
My man got notes.
You just on the payroll. And it's good. And it's good.
Yeah.
Look, Dini, I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro.
The comeback is coming on God.
Hey, Dini, I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. I am extremely West Coast biased.
Hold on,
Shane.
No matter what happens, I'm picking the West.
I don't know if you knew here, game, but we crushed. Honestly, never mind. This ain't that podcast. If it's whack, it's whack. We call everything whack. That's whack. You know what I mean? Don't do that to us. You know what I mean? But Macito, he got notes. You just gonna let this man?
Yo,
hold on, Mace.
Don't worry about it, man.
Get out of it.
Hey, Mace, right here. Hey, Mace, right here. But
we gotta shut this mic off. You know what I'm saying? What we not gonna do is have this dude come to our block in front of our projects, in front of the round table stupid. You just gonna let him pull up notes, Mace? You ain't gonna fight back.
This is the thing. And Baylor's West Coast bias. I applaud it. You know what I mean? But just like you see how you came prepared.
Absolutely. Baylor's our family.
That you made sure that you had your shit in tune before you came to battle. You know what I mean? That's what Drake is doing. That's all Drake is doing, is getting his notes together, Baylor. But
I knew I was coming on, though. I've been doing this.
Yo.
Right.
I've been doing this.
He's doing his homework, man.
We can't applaud Kendrick because Kendrick knew exactly what verse to what album to put this verse on. Kendrick was very calculated in his approach. He didn't know this was that Ab Soul album, did he? You know what I mean? He knew everybody was gonna be listening.
Or Schoolboys.
You know what I mean?
I need to ask y'all a question.
He did this shit on purpose.
How difficult is it for y'all to come up with these excuses?
Yo, it's not excuses, man.
Like
it's not excuses, man. It's facts.
Y'all want y'all man. What's the time limit?
What you mean?
That's the crazy part about it. Like, does he have to rush it?
Does he have to? It's already a pay period.
Yo, Bella, when's the last time you played Mr. Morale in the Big Steppers? Let's you know what I mean? What's going on here? You ain't playing that shit.
I like the auntie.
You ain't playing that shit. You a fraud.
You like the auntie song.
Hey.
That nigga listen to the Hard Part 5 and cut that shit off.
You should be thankful that Aubrey's mere existence makes your coast relevant. Well, nobody talking about the West. We busy talking about Larry June in Oakland, nigga. We don't even care about LA. What's going on? What y'all got going on? Hit boy have to come east to get hot just to get the biggest in the West lit now.
Wow.
Like, I mean, what's going on?
And prior to this, like I said, the offering was, you heard that new Kenny on the Chanel commercial? You heard that new Kenny for the Dolce & Gabbana perfume commercial? Fire! You heard that? Nigga, who was doing that, bro?
Hey, these niggas trying to jump me.
I'm just saying. Who was doing that?
You can't stay in the block.
Hold on, Baylor. I got.
Who said, that new Kendrick Lamar Chanel ad?
Hey, I don't care.
That's it right there.
Hey, I don't care how many chairs y'all hit me. That nigga still ain't responding yet.
He's chilling. I'm telling you, it's on the way, man.
Yo,
listen, man.
It's on the way, man.
Real quick. Y'all don't think the the effigy is weird, bro.
What you mean?
The head, the what's his name?
Travis
Travis
Scott?
Scott, the Travis Scott head.
That was
Oh,
weird.
That's not weird to
That's some
y'all?
bugged out shit. Yeah.
That's
That
an
was
op
weird.
now too. We don't remember he was on stage screaming like a little girl for Metro to play the song, play the song.
Yeah.
Travis got to get it too.
Oh.
He got
Free
to.
smoke.
Don't forget, Travis
I don't
is the
know,
traitor
man.
that let Drake diss Kanye on his own song.
Didn't it?
Travis is
Didn't
the-
it?
Okay.
So we gotta tap that nigga Travis too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Oh, so is that why we need
Weird
to wait
shit,
on
bro.
Aubrey because of Travis?
Listen, we gotta
Yeah,
wait because
on
Kendrick always
the
makes
way.
it.
I don't
no?
I don't care
gotta
about
rush.
Travis Scott. I don't care about Phil. I don't care about none of that. I want a one-on-one fade.
but listen, real quick.
Kendrick is his
Pause,
G4
hold on,
classification
hold
not
on.
there yet.
Just to be clear, half of what we saying is satire. Baylor's
Please.
our family. So
Yes.
some of the things when we
That's
start
the
slandering each other, we talking about rappers and shit. Much of it is not true. You know what I'm saying? Just so
Please.
y'all understand what's going on, because
Yeah.
some people reading the comments say, "Whoa, but you like Schoolboys?" Now we do, but Baylor's out west. He's in front of our block. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
We gotta fight back. If
Yeah.
it means slander, we gonna slander.
I
But
tell
go
you
ahead,
right
man.
now, when that shit drops, when it says Drake responds, niggas will click that shit faster than they click the Kendrick Lamar shit. I tell you that much.
And,
When
and,
you
what-
say-
and what's gonna
It
happen
didn't
when it's
even
not
get
enough?
listed as a guest feature,
Hey,
bro.
Diddy,
They didn't want
hey,
to see it.
Yeah.
all.
Diddy, I asked you a question, bro.
What's up?
What's gonna happen when it's not enough?
Then he loses.
How do we know it's not enough though?
Then
No,
we'll
what's
feel
gonna
like
happen? What's
What-
gonna
what-
happen? Because you are look.
Then
Baylor,
it'll be
Baylor,
an L.
Listen,
Then it'll be a
listen,
definitive L. Now what happens if he smoked Kendrick
Hold on.
Juice?
Hold on,
Because
because-
if I felt like if I would have asked you that question about K-Dot, you would have had an answer already.
Exactly.
I gave the answer. The L is the L, but I'm
You're
asking
moving your
the
hands too
inverse.
much. You're moving your hands too much. I'm nervous. Go ahead,
Here,
John.
this
Take it away.
nigga, you West Coast niggas.
Let this
If
be
the-
the final. Let this be the final word because we got to move on. So if it's not good enough, Dini, what you gonna say?
It's an L. But what if it's a napalm bomb and your man's looking crazy out there in the West Coast?
We ain't never seen it.
I'm
We
a
don't
We
know
ain't
what that's
never
like.
seen it.
We ain't never
I'm-
seen it.
We ain't
I'm
never
gonna follow
seen it.
Baylor.
Huh?
Me
Hey,
before we
personally,
wrap
I'm
up
gonna
the
just
segment,
follow
I
Baylor's
Look.
script for the last few months and disappear. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be
Here
on
you
my
go.
Baylor if we put out some bit. You know what I mean? That's what you
All right,
get
but
when mid-steppers drop.
Baylor. See, I done got so crazy the whole time. I ain't even changed the motherfucking topic and
This
shit.
was
You know what I mean?
top 5.
We just scrapping the whole time. You know what I
Nigga just
mean?
cooking.
But nah. But
Yeah, real
Baylor,
quick before we change the segment, I want to put this on wax. Again, I think the J. Cole thing is being lost in this whole conversation. J. Cole is having Dreamville Fest over the weekend. I think J. Cole might have some words for Kendrick over the weekend.
That might be what Low Key talk. Maybe Low got the drop. We got to get Low back on the rap round table.
That's a
You know what I
fact.
mean? It might be
That-
time.
that's
So
fact.
It might be
Hey,
time for Low to come
hey,
back.
hey,
But
That's
Baylor,
not a good look for Drake though.
Mace.
If Cole responds before Drake, that's not a good look for Drake though.
That's not. But what do you think he has to check in with Drake to drop some balls?
Maybe,
I think he's gonna get his
it'll
whole.
be a record. Maybe it'll be a record and he drops a record. You get what I'm saying?
Mace,
But
Mace,
Drake got to be a part of it.
Baylor.
Hey, real quick,
Summer
Mace.
Jam type of shit.
what's that? What's
Mace.
that?
Real quick, because I'm about to go drive to Malibu.
What's the word?
You got
Humble
Tim.
brag.
Do you got Tim Duncan's career or Kobe's career?
Kobe Bean. You crazy?
Who the fuck does he think Kobe is? Who does he think Kobe is?
We already.
No.
Who
Does he think Kobe is?
Drake is
All right.
Tim Duncan?
You ain't Kobe Bryant to us.
No.
pal.
You know that's J. Cole.
You
You
ain't
know.
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, okay. Yo, that, and I say that too.
And
That
this
is a
is
great
where
depiction.
I'm jumping in because we could go for another 10, 15 minutes because Baylor trying to start shit again.
Y'all got Bron
You,
over Kobe?
how you ask the Kobe fan a Kobe question? See, you ain't Low. Baylor, let them know where they can find you on social media so we can move on with our show.
It's like that. It's like don't follow me. Go follow
Baylor.
K-Dot. Hey,
Yeah,
go
man,
follow Aubrey.
chaos.
Go help Aubrey.
Of
Hey,
course,
follow
the
me.
West Coast nigga came and did a drive-by, bro. This is crazy.
It's
I'm
only
on my
right.
I'm on my way to Malibu.
BTG.
Yo, turn up, drop safe, my brother.
Whenever Aubrey responds, you're gonna be the next one we call. You know what I mean?
That's a
what
fact.
we're gonna do here. But we got to move on. We got another special guest. You know what I'm saying? We about to lock in. You know, we having a little fun with this episode tonight because rap is fun. Like don't let the craziness confuse you. Don't let none of the weird shit confuse you. We really love rap. We love the sport. Even when weirdos come on our chat and they try to call us ops and snakes and whatever else. It's kind of weird, you know, because it's like, what did we ever do? We're just the rap round table, you know. Real quick, Dini. The streets are saying that you didn't do right just now, bro. Like you let Baylor come on your block and violate you. What you got to say about that?
It's not coming on the block, man. It's Drake is gonna Drake will respond. At this point, there's no reason for him not to respond. He has to respond. The whole thing is like Drake has been like the most calculated nigga in hip hop like for the last like 10 plus years, bro. Like, why is everyone shocked that he's being calculated right now? You get what I'm saying? Like, why is people shocked that he's putting like, does it really in the terms of any kind of battle, does it make sense right now for Drake to just jump out the window and diss Kendrick? This is Kendrick Lamar. You get what I'm saying? That's why when niggas say he jumped out for 4 days for Meek Mill, where in the world would we compare Meek Mill to Kendrick Lamar in any facet of hip hop, bro? Like, where? You know what I'm saying? What planet would that be on? Outside of the intro, there's nothing else that could even compare to the nigga. So if he needs a little more time to prepare for a better opponent, bro, like maybe the sharpest Ginsu in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? As far as in the dissing realm, the ability to diss outside of like, you know what I'm saying? As far as Pusha T, he's the nigga that has the bars. He's the nigga that has the acclaim. He's essentially been his rival for all these years. I'm not jumping out the window and giving this nigga exactly what he wants. For all I know, he got 4 or 5 diss tracks just laying up. Like I said, Kendrick has more time to kind of do that. At least it seems that way. It seems Drake never has a chance to stay still, as opposed to a nigga that has a lot of time to put the work in. That's what I'm saying.
Well, look, you know, Dini, I appreciate you answering that because you bought me just enough time. We got a special guest pulling up to the Rap Round Table. He's been on the show before, one of the nicest out of New York. You know what I mean? Check him out right quick, a little visual here. The homie Lyrical Linkz. Mr. Link is out right now. We love the bar. You know what I mean? Lyrical Linkz. Yeah. Pull in, gang. What's the word?
Yes, sir. What's good? What's good, y'all?
What up?
Linkz, what up?
Good to have me here. Appreciate y'all. What's up, fellas?
Of course. So we'll get right into it. The last time we had you on, you know, you were in the process of ascending. You know, I'm a voyeur. I look on social media. I see what's going on out there. You on stage with Bleak. You on panels giving your opinion. Can you let us know what's been going on since the last time we chopped it up with you?
Oh man, yo, it's a lot, man. The ball's been rolling since I left y'all, man. And you know, Bleak got word that somebody was hot in the hood on fire, and it was me. You know what I'm saying? And
shout out to Mossy.
You know, son sent the word like, yo, bring them through one day. I came through, and it's been love since then. You know, straight love. Like they just watching. They want a nigga to work. They watching.
You know what I mean? I also see you got some connections with King Streets as well. What is there music with you guys on this project that's out right now?
Yeah, I just dropped a new project, The Missing Link 2. You know what I mean? I dropped it last week on the 26th. Yeah, King Streets is on there. He was on the first project too. Mm-hmm. That's the only feature that I had, to be honest. Like, you know what I mean? You got to make the cut. King Streets making that cut.
That's a fact. So let's talk about The Missing Link 2. Like, how have you changed as an artist since the first rendition of The Missing Link, and what can people expect with this project?
Like, you know, it was more based around Brooklyn and Queens heavy. Like my first project was more like my personal life. This project was more so like Brooklyn and Queens. Like I was heavy on Brooklyn and Queens timing on this, like real Brooklyn and Queens timing. I just want them to tap in and see what's going on with Marcy. I want them to see that it's more inside Brooklyn and Marcy project than just Jay-Z. That's all people know. It's Jay-Z from Marcy. But there's other people that's really talented in Marcy. There's other famous names out there and whatever, but they're only known for their hood fame or stuck in their town. So I'm using my platform and my voice to get people's names and things out there.
You muted, Javi.
That's what happens when you got craziness in the background. But what can people expect sonically? You know, rap is all over the place. We got the underground sound, you know what I'm saying? We got the trap sound. We got the quote modern sound with the sonics. Like what is Lyrical Link's The Missing Link 2 sound like? What can people expect? Like beats wise, is it hard shit? Is it club shit? Like what you doing with this?
As far as The Missing Link, like I just stuck to the essence of music, but I basically I gave them the new sound, like all the new flavor, the new beats, the new waves that's going on. I jumped on that, but I stuck to New York City. I stuck to the essence of music. I gave them the raw sound, hip hop. So you might even catch one of them Jersey sounding beats up there. You know what I mean? Like with the song Still Shine, but I still stuck to hip hop and raw rap. I didn't jump into their lane and they wave. That's what makes me the missing link to the game, because they don't have that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Much like we said before, you believe in being versatile. You know, I ask you this: what's your versatile sound? Are you afraid that some people might say Lyrical Linkz is too lyrical? Like they don't want to hear so much bars?
Right, and that's exactly why I did what I did on this tape with New Vibes and Rivalries. Like I wanted to show them I could do different shit. I gave them melody records, harmonized down. You know what I'm saying? And show them it's different, bro. I ain't just Lyrical Linkz. I'm actually about to go by Linkz. Straight Linkz. You know what I'm saying? Because being Lyrical Linkz kind of make it sound a little old. Yeah, I'm sticking to the essence of whatever, but I ain't old. You know what I'm saying? Lyrical Linkz kind of sound like a stamped old name that just been around.
You don't want to be put in a box, basically.
Yeah.
You know what it is that the term lyrical has a lot of pros and cons. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times we hear the word lyrical and we just think like, oh, he wanted on lyrical schmirical nigga. So that might be a wavy idea as far as just like to push forward. Because I've heard you rap, my nigga. First of all, I just want to say salute to you because I see you doing your thing. I was out when you pulled up to the table. I was in Jamaica and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So salute, but I see
Jamaica, man.
Oh, my brother, you dig?
I didn't even know you were yard man. All right,
Princeton.
Hell yeah, they from Chester.
So I seen the playback and I see you on the table and I'm like, next thing you know, I see videos, my niggas riding around in the big white rollers and shit. I'm like, yo, niggas is moving. So I'm really proud of what you're doing, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I seen a video from you the other day. You had all black with the black fours, with the bread fours and shit. Shot the niggas was shooting the video. So salute to you, man. Keep cooking the way you cooking, bro.
Definitely. I'm working on some shit right now. Like Hov did The Streets Is Watching, and he had those like 4 songs, and he did like a 4-song video.
Yeah.
My team working on some shit called Casualties, the movie. So I got these 4 records that I've created on a scheme through me meeting a chick and her bringing me somewhere, niggas get robbed, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And we shot 4 different videos. That was the last video we were shooting. What you seen? So. Yeah. Y'all about to get a whole project right now called Casualties, the movie, with just me and my team and 4 of my records and 5 video.
Shout out to your manager too. Your manager's working hard. Y'all moving out here. I see the post. I see the energy. Big shout out to him as well.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
Hard work.
You know what I mean? The last question I got for you before, cause I told you I wasn't gonna keep you too long.
Right.
You see the space right now. Everybody's excited about a potential battle with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. We don't want your opinion on that. We know you don't care about that. But how excited are you to see, like, fans are excited to hear people rap? Not no gimmicks, not no sing-songy bullshit, just niggas rapping. Does that excite you?
Yo, that shit felt good because it was like, all right, this nigga shaking the boat. You know what I'm saying? He rocking the boat right now. And honestly, Drake has to respond. Like, he gotta swing back. You gotta swing back, bro. Like, that's what makes this shit the sport. You don't do that. I don't even care about the caliber of the nigga that it was, being that it was Meek Mill and Kendrick Lamar. Like, I heard what you said, Dean, and I'm piggybacking off of that. Like, fuck the caliber of the nigga. Like, he threw rocks. You gotta swing back, brother.
That's
My
right.
moms taught me that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hit you, you hit them back. And this is how this is a competitive sport, bro. Like, this is what makes it.
That's a fact.
So if you don't respond, you took an L. Straight up, you lost.
And this is an artist saying this. Okay. Yo, Linkz, officially, I don't gotta call you the lyrical. Linkz,
we Linkz.
I like the name change. Like
jumping on with us real quick.
Definitely.
The Missing Link 2 is out right now. Is it Apple Music and Spotify?
Everywhere. Apple Music, Amazon, everything, man. Every platform.
Follow that in on the socials, tap in. We appreciate your time. You're welcome to come up here whenever you got time. You got something moving, come talk about it with us, man.
Appreciate
love, good brother.
Y'all, man. Love. Appreciate you.
You good, Linkz?
Drake better respond, man.
You better. You on time, bro.
That's what it is. Peace, family. All right, Lyrical Linkz. I don't know if he lost Mace or not, you know what I mean? But you got the 3 of us here. Before we get out of here, you know what I mean? We got to talk a little that little Diddy do it. You know what I mean? We don't know. But what I do know is, chat, let me know if I'm tripping, if y'all saw the video or not as well. He was in Miami with Stevie J and some random white guy with a beard saw them at the little breakfast area at the resort or wherever they was at the hotel. I thought he was on the run last week. I thought that, you know, the was it Homeland Security ran down, they raided the crib and whatnot. I thought he was over with. Now he's out in public chilling with Stevie J. Is he or is he ain't? Diddy, I'm confused.
The more this shit plays out, makes me feel like this shit is all like shit that I really can't explain. First of all, I just want to say it's weird that everyone's jumping out defending him now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I thought that was crazy. I've been saying all this time, like, it's weird that no one's coming out to defend Diddy, and no one came out to defend Diddy. And all of a sudden, Homeland Security shows up at the nigga's house, and now everyone is like, "Nah, it can't be real." And I'm just like, so people tell you I'm crazy, I violate. You're silent. Homeland Security shows up at the crib. Now you have belief in me. Now it's just weird to me. You get what I'm saying? I think it's a combination of witch hunt and the fact that the nigga's done shit in the past. And I think the fact that he's done shit in the past, it makes the ability to have the witch hunt happen in the first place. It could be the whole he getting suing Ciroc. It could be a whole lot. You know, whenever a brother just tries to like do anything in finance and tries to get his piece, and just all of a sudden he's crazy. All of a sudden he's a rapist. All of a sudden he likes kids. It just so happens to be that way. So I don't know. Yeah, all this shit is just really confusing. If you were looking for the nigga at his home, when you found a nigga having breakfast with Bob, you know, you could have snagged him right there. So all this shit to me is just it's just not making no sense. It's like the nigga. I understand the legalities, everything has to play out, but like I said, you're looking for niggas. You got niggas, kids handcuffed on the ground, but here's pictures of him just chilling in the spot, and no one ran up on a nigga. The shit's all. None of this shit's making sense no more, bro. None of it.
What do you think, Sister, the raps now? Smoke and mirrors?
No, I don't think it's smoke and mirrors. I don't think it maybe it's not quite as dire as it looked maybe like a week ago, but he's definitely not out of the woodworks of anything. You know what definitely I mean? Like I read something that they might reopen the Sean shooting case. You know what I mean? The shooting in the club with Sean, they might reopen that case and investigate that further upon, you know what I mean, like these new allegations and this new investigation from Homeland Security or the feds or whoever it may be. I think Diddy still has a very long road ahead. I mean, just because we spotted him outside, I mean, he's technically not. He's not incarcerated. He's not behind bars. So you know what I mean. Like, what do you want him to do? Just like be a recluse in his mansions. You know what I mean. So we spotted him outside, but he still has a long road ahead, and he's not out of any woodworks whatsoever.
You know, I just feel like in this internet age, and considering how information is disseminated, what's real, what's fake, I just don't know anymore. You know, it's so weird to me because again, for real, before I saw that video, you couldn't tell me this man wasn't hiding. It was like he jumped on a plane when he knew that the raid was about to happen, and he got up out of there. And you got people posting fake tweets of him walking away from a jet or walking to a jet. He can't be found. Young Miami's on a boat somewhere shaking ass. And the next thing you know, he's in Miami with Stevie J. I don't think Stevie J would be willingly just chilling with a fugitive out in public. So it's like, I need the facts at this point. Not necessarily about what he did from what he didn't do, because everybody knows that there's a long list of infractions when it comes to this man. But is he on the run? Was it an investigatory raid where they just were looking for something specific? Did he tell? Like, what's going on here? Because I feel like I've been led astray. I thought he was on the run eating like Nori. Now I see him just getting something to eat. I'm confused. Help me out here, Dini.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, man. Like if all this is happening, then he obviously is not on the run. Because if that was the case, somebody would have just picked up the phone, yo, Diddy's here, got their little reward. They would have snatched up Diddy. It don't make sense. I think it's to put some fear in a nigga. But like I said, this is Homeland Security. This wasn't like LAPD and Miami PD just kicked in the door. You get what I'm saying? These are the niggas that come in when like shit is different. You get like shit is not regular when these niggas come through. This isn't niggas who just like steal mail. These are the niggas that come through when you steal people. So it's shit gets left. I don't know how to figure it out. And if the Homeland Security is looking for the nigga, but he's able to walk around like shit is gravy, it's like how valid is the shit that's happening? How valid are the charges? What are the charges? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you know, usually we have the voice of the industry here to
keep us
tapped
tapped
in
in
and keep us tapped in, but he got a job to do. He had to go back to work. He had to log back in with that. But at this point, I went from losing interest in the Diddy story to now being fully locked in because I feel like we are in for a long 2024 with this story. I think it's going to be inescapable. Saying like, do you think that this is going to be some twists and turns, or do we have another explosive moment on the way?
I don't know. This might be the modern day OJ. This might. I mean, yeah. This might have. This might have the possibility of being like an epic legal battle that we're all kind of like just at the edge of our seats watching unfold. You know what I mean? Like again, we already saw that he sold off all his stocks. You know what I mean? He's no longer in charge of Revolt. He sold that off. You know what I mean? You don't do all that unless you're bracing yourself for the next shoe to drop. You know what I mean?
True,
and I think that's what we're waiting on right now.
Absolutely. And you know, we just lost Dini. He had to go as well. I think it's time for us to wrap it up. An hour and 45 on this Monday night with a lot of traffic, a lot of guests. You know, it was a fun time. And of course, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that like button on the way out of here. Go to roundtablemerch.com. Get you one of them hats. Hoodies are on the way. Shout out to everybody who delivered on the super chats. Tomorrow, episode 94 drops. We got a couple. We're talking about Big 3 versus Big 3 tomorrow. Which Big 3 would you prefer? The Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas Big 3, or the Kendrick, Cole, and Drake Big 3? We're talking about top 5 blog era MCs. We're getting into that as well. We got a few other surprises on that episode, but that's the meat and potatoes right there. We got a couple of super chats to read up before we get out of here. Mad Max says, when you the king, you can respond when you want. Jenny can wait until Kendrick decides. I guess he meant Kenny. Kenny can wait until Drake decides to spin his way. He will gonna turn duppy like Danny Phantom again. Wow. 2 3s with a super chat says, stop guessing Kendrick are ruining a future song with that Looney Tunes verse. Drake, the only one that actually battles. All Kendrick fights is hypothetical. Wow, 2 3s.
He said, honestly, never mind is better than Mr. Morale. I'm not paying him no mind.
2 3s. That's crazy. Wait, why are we still talking about? I see somebody talking about T2. Like, listen, you notice that we're not fighting with T2. If T2 don't like us, T2. This is, by the way, let's let the chat in on the secret. T2 has like 50 burner accounts, and depending on his mood, he either likes us or he hates us. Put it to you like that. So when y'all see T2, just know that he's probably a person with mental health issues, and he's going through something, and he doesn't like us today because of what Coop did the other day. But in a few days, he'll like us again under a different account. Just keep reading between the lines. Another thing that we talked about, I just want to get y'all excited for tomorrow because I feel like we had a really good show, and y'all would enjoy it. Are certain Southern acts not actually Southern? That was the topic that got us going. Yeah. But anyway, since it wraps now, on the rarest of occasions, take us home, man.
Yo, for Dealing the Balance, Macito, voice of the young people in the industry, job the point guard. I'm Sincere, the rap snob. It's been another Monday night raw, all up in your face. Pause. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
Salute.